Hey guys, welcome back to IT channel. I just want to hop on here and kind of have a more casual conversation while playing a game in the background. And I wanted to talk about IT in 2026 and kind of addressing the elephant in the room as to if IT is still a good career path and something that you should be pursuing. Um, AI is kind of the talk right now, and it's in everything that we look at. So the question is it going to kind of take away a need for IT professionals going forward? And the short answer is no. Not anytime in the immediate future for sure, but probably never, in my honest opinion. Someone who's been in the IT industry for over a decade now, I can tell you that right now, AI is a really useful tool for professionals. But that's all it is at the end of the day. It's still just in a tool stage. It's not at a stage where it can replace people. And if it is replacing people in careers, which I'm sure we've all seen articles about, there's also been a lot of backlash with that because what they're finding out is AI can build stuff, but it's not building it properly. It's not building it securely. It's not building it the most efficiently. And when things break, nobody is there to fix it anymore. So, depending, the companies that have started to switch over to really depend on AI to eliminate costs, especially from removing employees, they're actually suffering right now from that. And there's been a lot of talk about people coming back to fix what AI, the damage AI has done. So it's a lot of hype, and I kind of think of it as any change. There's always going to be change in any industry. IT has seen probably the most change in the last 20-25 years than any other industry in there. You think about when the internet began, and then when there was dial-up internet, and how that was kind of um, the best thing that came, right? You had dial up, and all of a sudden you're talking online, you're talking to other people. There's things like instant messaging, and you couldn't fathom it getting better. But now, when we talk about things like dial up, if you had to use it, you would be struggling badly. Nowadays, it's all about bandwidth and how much speed we can get, and not only how much speed can we get, how much speed we're getting. These are real speeds that we're getting, and we're constantly pushing to get more as time goes on. So the IT has always been an industry where there's going to be changes, and that's no different than what AI is now. Is IT going to look the same today as it did 20 years ago or as it will in 20 years from now? No, it's constantly evolving and changing. And that's just part of it. And that's what makes it such a fun and rewarding career to go into, because you get to be part of something that's always changing. You don't have to stick with the same monotony, and you get to be a part of the groundbreaking stuff that comes out. So AI is a tool. It's not going to replace all aspects of IT. It's going to enhance aspects. It's going to bring change to these different landscapes and facets of IT, but it's not going to replace anybody. The second thing with that kind of bridges into that is just the vast span of IT in general. So you have networking, you have cybersecurity, you have programmers, you have web developers, you have people like SQL administrators, all these different areas. You have your help desk, people who are just on the, kind of starting out, they're on the front line. So you have all these different aspects of IT. There's not one thing that could ever just replace it. There's not going to be one AI unit that can replace all of these. So even if some do get replaced and heavily utilized, and maybe some downsizing in specific departments, that's not going to be for the mass majority of IT out there. It's just too big of a field, and there's too many components that there's no way that can be replaced. Kind of on that same lines is when you think about company and when you start getting into the industry itself, the people in the company is really what dictates what your infrastructure is going to look like and how you're planning it. AI can't plan your stuff for you. So you need real people to be there to think about what are the long-term goals, how are we going to structure everything, what is our IP address going to look like, what are our servers going to look like, You know, what's our VPN connection going to look like? You need these conversations with leadership and with people. Otherwise, there's no way that the company is ever going to grow. And so this takes real conversations with the real people, which means you have to be there. You have to. There has to be a decision maker, and that decision maker are, you know, it's going to be people coming into the industry, and that's going to be you if you're looking at, you know, pursuing this as a career. So that's another reason why no, where it's not just going away. You are going to be safe, and it's a great field to get in. The thing I want to make everyone aware of is the fact that you are actually at a pretty good advantage right now. If you learn core networking or core IT at any level, and the reason being is there's a lot of people, a lot of students, and people in the field who are depending on AI to do the job for them, to do the work for them. So things like IP addresses, subnetting, learning the OSI model, these are really important foundational topics that you have to have a good understanding on. That's why I've been covering them in my videos. If you don't have an understanding of those, you're never going to succeed in the IT market. And as soon as a real problem shows up, you're going to get exposed. But if you take the time to learn these concepts now, you're setting yourselves light years ahead of everybody else who's trying to take shortcuts. That's one thing, it's not just IT, just in life. If you try to take shortcuts with anything, it's going to backfire. You're going to get called out, and even if no one calls you out personally, you're never going to feel confident in the thing that you're talking about because you never properly learned it yourself. So don't take shortcuts in anything, but especially in IT, especially if you're trying to get into it right now as your career, because that's going to make you look so much better than your competition, proving that you didn't just rely on something like AI to get you through schools or to get you through certifications. You took the time to actually study and learn these, and now it's showing up in things like a resume or a certification that you go take. So, hope that answers questions and uncertainties about it. I'm in the industry, I see it firsthand. It is changing, there's a lot of cool things happening. Yeah, there could be some scary things that come along with that, but at the end of the day, we're in a safe spot and we're just part of this really fun change right now. So keep on the path. If you have any questions, let me know. If you like this content, want me to do kind of more talks like this where it's just me kind of playing the game, not playing the game very well, but playing the game and having a conversation about kind of topics that are on people's minds, then let me know in the comments and I'm more than happy to do it. Please subscribe to the channel. My whole point is to get this out to as many people as possible, to teach people for free and talk about any topics they want to hear, um, in an environment where, again, it's free and it's catered to you guys, the viewers. So if you could like and comment and subscribe, I really would appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for all your support, and I look forward to continue making these videos.